2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Well, for the Clippers, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And you look at James Harden, one of the more versatile scorers the league has ever seen. Kenny, what's the scariest part of his arsenal?
His ability to score and to bait you into fouling him. This guy lives at the free throw line. Every night, he's going to get 10 or more free throws. That's an easy way to get 30.
And he's an elite passer as well as a scorer, like Kenny just mentioned. Great players make their teammates better.
The hidden way to score, Ernie, what is that?
Getting to the foul line.
There it is.
And who used to say that?
Dick Versace.
My buddy Dick Versace, the coach. You're absolutely right. I could guard this Harden cat, though.
Yeah, the same way everyone else is.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is fearless on the court and with his sense of fashion. Growing up around Los Angeles, he said, I felt like every day was the first day of school. That's how it was the minute I woke up. And guys, he's starting to release his own lines of clothing and accessories. I have a couple in my closet. Back to you.
Influential with his taste for sure, David. Thank you. And look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Harden.
The drop in his assists over the past few years have made him more of a one-dimensional player offensively. He needs to get that passing element back in his game, and that'll make life a lot more difficult for opposing defenses.
And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Green, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at the 2 spot. Tonight, Chris, 2 teams that may meet in the playoffs. Does that create any extra incentive, do you think?
Well, when I was playing, I'd say no, but I can tell you the truth now. Yeah, it creates a lot of extra incentive, especially if you're going against a team that may have the home court advantage against you in the playoffs, or also to kind of see what works and doesn't work against them so you can pull out some extra tricks during playoffs. But anyone that doesn't say that, they're giving you the company line, and I understand that, but yeah, it means a little bit more.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
And here's Beverley. Pass to Zubac. Here's George. That shot off. The Rockets go the other way with it. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
But you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
Here's Beverley.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Leonard, top of the key. Westbrook with the nice D there.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
For 3, Covington. The Clippers grab the miss. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
A bad outing offensively. You break that game down, their issues were pretty clear.
Well, it was too many empty possessions. I mean, they struggled to keep any kind of momentum going.
George dishes to Harrell. Pass to Leonard. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Tucker, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Yeah, and from mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Now here's Westbrook. He had 16 points in the win against San Antonio.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. From deep, George. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
And Harden lays it in.
Amazing feel for scoring on the interior. I mean, Harden, he's excellent at mixing it up.
Clippers trail by 4. Leonard looking around. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
And maybe the biggest story of this summer, where would Kawhi Leonard be headed in free agency? A player of his caliber commands that kind of media scrutiny.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Greg, you talk about the media focus for Kawhi Leonard. Not exactly something he embraces.
Not at all. As a kid on his birthdays, he'd shutter himself in his room because he didn't want the attention. To this day, he lets his play do the talking.
Tucker can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Yeah, it did. I mean, they were smart about it. Once the foul started to add up on the other side, they really turned up the heat. He's 1 for 4 to start the game. Now, I know he's disappointed with that, but we got a long way to go.
And there's the pass to Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Green. Rebound by Harrell. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. The Clippers in the lead. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Looking for George. He gets it there. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's Westbrook. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Harden the pass to Green. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Drills the three-pointer. Westbrook's got 5.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Here's Beverly. Passes it to Leonard. Second chance shot. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Zubac kicks to Beverly. They shoot again. They get it again. Right wing from downtown. Nailed from three-point land.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Rockets trail by 3. Westbrook up top, defended by Beverly. From deep, Harden. And another 3 for Houston. Now here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Leonard. Shoots over Covington. Leonard with the bucket. He's got 6.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Westbrook passes to Green. There's the dish to Harden. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're locked in again at that 3rd spot. Not a bad place to be.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've had a solid season. A tick below some of the elite teams in our league, but you love the fire and spirit they've shown here thus far.
The Clippers trail. Now George. He's coming off a 19-point game against Phoenix.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. That's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. The Clippers, number 1. 5th best, the Rockets.
Both of these teams have established tempo as an identity. I mean, they're playing fast and scoring in bunches.
He kicks it to Tucker. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Well, Mike D'Antoni, he's a legendary coach in this game. He's found success at almost every stop he's coached at, only missing a title to cement his legacy.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To the inside, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 3-point Rocket lead.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And with Mike D'Antoni, Chris, you can see his influence as a coach throughout the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of modern offenses borrow from things D'Antoni created. The up-tempo early offense is a product of his 7 seconds or less era. I mean, his imprint is all over the NBA.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Montrezl Harrell. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Houston also making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for Green. McLemore has come in for Robert Covington. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. Westbrook, no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. They get it back. Misses from short range.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy layup.
And the basket by Gordon.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here is Los Angeles now. George with the ball. He has 7. The Rockets pull it in.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
There's McLemore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results.
And see Webb with the Rockets offense. The numbers speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. I mean, they had the 2nd best offensive rating last season. I mean, they rely on isolations, threes, and free throws, but it gets the job done for them. You wonder, though, just how far this approach can take them.
The first one falls.
The former Jayhawk McLemore, a gifted scorer who can really light it up in a hurry.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Shamit's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. What do you think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris? The tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh,
you did both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk on you. Like, remember what Derrick Rose did over Dragic back in the day? Oh, my goodness, off the two. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, two hands, two legs, one leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something. Give me something.
Like and right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Here's Jackson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Left side, Gordon. McLemore with the ball. Morris is there. Clippers trail by 9. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Jackson has the open look. Good. And the nice assist for Williams.
Shoot first point guard with a razor-sharp jumper. Jackson. Got to stay up on him.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. And here's Gordon. He's covered by Shamit. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for George.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
Just 5 to shoot. Westbrook shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, easy call. Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
First one falls for him. I'll grade the Clippers signing of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the grand finale of the wildest summer in NBA free agent history.
A ton of big moves. You think of the star players who've changed teams, 1/3 of the league's all-NBA selections, and 5 out of 10 of the reigning all-star starters. In the end, we saw 7 players who've changed teams, signing for over $100 million each. Put that in perspective, only 8 players had ever done that in league history.
The shot by Williams, no good.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Damari Carroll. Free throw good, Westbrook. Well, Chris, as we know, the season began a year ago for Eric Gordon with some poor shooting numbers. Then, halfway through, he blossomed.
Yeah, Kevin, and as you know, he kept focusing all year. He just kept shooting it. And he got better and better and better. His confidence wasn't shaken by it. He still took a ton of threes, and then down the stretch, they started dropping. And you know what he did when that started happening? Drive into the hole because the defense had to respect his shot.
Now here's Westbrook. following the miss by Lou Williams. Here's Cephalosha. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Clippers trail by 13. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You take a look at the Clippers, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, Houston, 3 games behind.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
Well, yeah, Greg, I mean, they had a plan coming into the year. I mean, they stuck to it, and it's worked to perfection.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And here's Jackson. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. Westbrook with the steal. Cephalosha dishes to Tucker. Cephalosha's shot is good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
20 seconds left to play in the first. Williams against Westbrook. Now here's Williams, hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight. There's Jackson with the 3. The shot misses.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston, setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Russell Westbrook is surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Morris, Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Green, and it's Shamet in at the 3 spot. And that one misses.
Well, the Rockets are a team that is pushing NBA theory to the extremes with how they approach offense.
Oh, yeah, every year they seem to go more toward threes or free throws. I mean, you can't fault them as it consistently works for them, though. I mean, it's like watching a team experiment with what makes an NBA offense.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Here's Jackson after Eric Gordon's bucket. Green in the post, guarded by Tucker. On the wing, Williams. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. Here's Shamet. No good on that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Gordon goes in, makes it off the glass. Gordon's got 8 points.
And that first quick step of Gordon, I mean, super effective at getting him space, which gets him to the rim.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Williams double team, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here are the Clippers. Morris passes to Williams. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Los Angeles with another miss.
A golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And the basket by Gordon.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss. And here are the Rockets. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Here's Cephalosha. Here's Tucker. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And a switch here also for Houston. Green's checked in. And the Clippers call time here. And Chris, he started last season red hot. But Marcus Morris leveling off a bit as the season wore on.
Yeah, he had a big drop-off in his percentages, Kevin. Not the finish he'd hoped for in a contract year, but still, the last couple of seasons overall, the best numbers of his career.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Jermichael Green. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. And then for Houston, Robert Covington's checked in for McLemore. And it's Harden in for Gordon. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Clippers able to drain the 3. And the rejection by Zubac. And he's able to get it back. Here's Green. Again, the Rockets score.
Well, I think he's looking around wondering where the D is. I mean, nowhere near him, that's for sure.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Lets it go from the wing. The rebound by Harden. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. He dishes it to Covington. Some great ball handling in this game. Chris, we see it all the time. Of all of them, whose crossover impresses you the most right now?
Oh, right now, okay. Man, you got to go out to wherever Kyrie Irving is. First of all, his handles are
great handle, right?
Oh, his handles are sick. Don't forget about Curry, because Curry can shoot so well. Sometimes we sleep on his handles. And John Wall with his speed, it's no way you can stop John Wall coming full speed at you. He can cross you over left and right or right without even blinking, and you'll just be standing still, stuck, not even realizing he laid the ball up past you already.
No good on that one.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. And he sinks the second. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Now the pass to Rivers. Passes to Covington. Great D that time from Harrell. It's deflected. Down low, here's Leonard. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Now here's Harden. Left side, Covington. Another shot. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's George. Rebounded by Covington. And here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-5 run here. Pass to Harden. Right side, Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
Man, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Clippers with the ball. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Beverly finds Leonard over Cephalosha. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Harrell. Good D by Covington.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
Tips it. It's hauled in by George.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Here's Leonard. Rockets with the rebound.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Harden kicks to Covington. Over Harrell. Covington's shot is off. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. To the middle, here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here is Harden. 32 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Cephalosha. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Beverly. 6 points for him. Pass to Harrell. Leonard on the wing. There's the 3. Rebounded by Covington. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
The 3 from Harden. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
Now, here's Zubac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Leonard on the wing. Clock at 4. There's the pass to Harrell. Shoots over Covington, and it's Harrell missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
From the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. 9 points for George.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Now here's Rivers. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Cephalosha. That one doesn't go. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Rivers against Leonard. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I appreciate the aggression, but that's already his 2nd foul. He's got to play it a little safer now.
Damari Carroll's checked in for Houston. Russell Westbrook comes in for Austin Rivers. Passes it to Harrell. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. Lays it up off the glass.
attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Beverly against Westbrook. Now Beverly. He's got 6. Pass to Harrell. 6 on the shot clock. And the Clippers miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Westbrook passes to Green. Harden outside. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Westbrook surveying the D. On the wing, Harden from outside the arc. They get the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And it's Beverly missing. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 assists tonight.
Good luck in stopping Harden tonight. Another classic performance from the ultimate scoring machine.
And Los Angeles guys shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Knocks it loose. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
And that one misses.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Harrell. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to George. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Eric Gordon. The Clippers have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That free throw good from George.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
The Rockets making a switch here. Tucker's checked in, and both free throws good for Paul George. Long season, Chris. Talk about the challenges of maintaining focus and concentration throughout these 82 regular season games.
I mean, the season just wears on you. First of all, physically, the travel, the games, the practice. So one, you have to get through it physically, so take care of your body. Second, mentally, just the fact that you go through every season from Christmas to the summertime. Can you just stay mentally prepared and engaged and remember what the big focus is, why all of you guys came together the championship. So really it's just a constant reminder that you have to do the little things every day. It's not about the big picture. It's day by day until we get to the end. And usually when you keep that narrow-minded type of focus, you'll get to the end of the season and say, wow, that was quick. That was fun.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside?
Outside, Green. Outside, George. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
To the paint. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Tucker's very good at using his body and drawing contact. I mean, he's got the physical tools, and he's not afraid to use them.
For Houston, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And the first one drops.
Quick fact for you guys. P.J. Tucker is the #1 sneakerhead in the NBA, and it's not even close. The man owns hundreds and hundreds of kicks. In the 2018 playoffs, P.J. wore 22 different pairs of shoes in 17 games.
McLemore's checked in for the Rockets. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And, guys, you have to be able to knock down your free throws. Struggling with that this quarter. Good way to let your opponent back in the game.
Over in the corner, Green. The shot's good on the assist by George. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. From deep.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just a pesky defender. Does a phenomenal job at getting a hand up in the face of shooters.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Rockets on top, running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they can forget about a comeback.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Green is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Tucker in at the center, locking down the middle.
And, guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now, here's Westbrook. Unloads from 9. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. The pass to Harrell. And it's the Clippers scoring again. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Westbrook. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. 14 points for Leonard.
Rock solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, Harden. 6 to shoot. Here's Green. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Beverly, the pass to Harrell. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
And the longer the run goes on, the more momentum will swing their way.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 16. Covington kicks to Westbrook. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Offensive rebound, Leonard. Great D that time from Green. Houston leading by 19 points. Here's Covington, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Kevin, the length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
While the NBA is entertainment, you know, Chris, it also can have a very social impact in a positive ways. Guys like Kyle Korver have spoken out. The Jazz took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. You don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest, to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle, the Jazz, and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George against Harden. Poked away. George double teamed. And Leonard has it in the corner. The offensive rebound. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got 6 in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Outside Westbrook. And here's Covington from the arc. Great D that time from Leonard. Clippers trail by 21. Beverly with the ball. He's got 6. And here is Zubac. 5 on the clock. Harden against Leonard. Over Harden. Westbrook pulls it in.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Zubac the pass to Leonard. George against Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on James Harden.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
The Clippers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Lou Williams is checked in for Zubac. Rivers, he's checked in for the Rockets. That free throw good from George. Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. Kicks it to Rivers. Inside. Green. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got his third basket of the night right there.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Clippers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. George with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. And again, no good by the Clippers. Houston leading by 22. Double team on Westbrook. Covington finds Westbrook. Here's Rivers. And the three off target. And Los Angeles guys shooting it well here in the third, about 50%. And it's Beverly missing. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And Rivers with the basket on the assist from Westbrook.
These buckets help Rivers get going. The defense can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Here's Leonard. 14 points for him. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You take a look at Covington. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Rockets have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th man of the year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
The Rockets have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
The first free throw is good. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid for Porzingis, and we already see what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And he comes up with the deuce.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Outside Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Leonard. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Russell Westbrook. Clippers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. They get a hand on it. Here's Shamet. No good, shot missing. And Houston the other way now. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Williams against Rivers. Now Williams. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Now here's Jackson, guarded by McLemore. Jackson misses. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. To the inside, stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here comes Williams all alone. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Lou Williams. And for Houston, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Rivers passes to Carroll. Takes the three. Rivers can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shamet kicks to Jackson. Yep, it counts. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, and Jackson is just crafty down inside. He has such a quick release that even taller defenders can't get to it in time.
Rivers looking over the floor. Down low. Here's Green. The stupendous finish in traffic. Green's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Here's Williams, and he makes good on the layup. Williams has got 8 points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Jackson against Gordon. Passes it to McLemore. Off target from outside.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Rockets leading by 22. Lobbed up there for Green.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Pass to Green. He kicks it to Williams. Pass to Shamet. Puts it up from 15, and that's off the glass and in. 10 points for Williams.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And a change for the Rockets. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Rivers. Outside Westbrook. Jeff Green on the wing. From the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. And the pass to Williams. The three-pointer no good. Houston leading by 22. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Carroll with it. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the baseline. McLemore, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's McLemore. Gordon dishes to McLemore. Gordon the pass to Westbrook. Kept alive by Houston. Green kicks to Westbrook. Dishes it to McLemore. The Rockets again can't hit.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
LA has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now here's Westbrook. 17 points in the game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Rockets have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from McLemore. That one misses. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by McLemore. Pass to Carroll. And the rejection by Zubac. To the paint. Jackson passes to George. Again, Los Angeles.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
And so it's Houston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll return shortly. Let's hear what Mike D'Antoni was going over with his team moments ago.
Way to fight, guys. Way to fight. That's all it is. That's all it is. Way to get on the floor. Way to go, guys.
Well, you can see, Greg, he sees the fighting spirit in his team right now.
Yeah, they're playing with energy and purpose. Coach sounds very pleased.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got Williams. Paul George is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson misses. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They have a 19-point lead. Here's Westbrook, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. There's the foul against the Clippers. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. As it seems like some teams have been in rebuild mode for a long time. Is there a point at which the league should step in and maybe, I don't know, take over or give them guidance?
You know, I really do. And not because it's necessarily the fault of the team, because, it's tough to win a championship. But to be a perennial bottom dweller, basement dweller, it's not good for the fans. And fans like myself, every year comes the first game, we think, hey, we could win a championship, we could do it. But, you know, our thought process is not based in knowledge. It's just based in our hope and will for the team. So you definitely want to keep teams straight. You want to keep them honest. And I think the league could find a way to step in but not step on the toes of ownership.
Gordon kicks to Carroll over Morris, and Carroll gets it to go.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And the Clippers call time here Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light.
So for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. The Rockets also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for DeMarre Carroll. And it's James Harden in for Eric Gordon. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 16th rebound on the night.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And he recovers it. Free throw drops for Covington. And both free throws good for Covington.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Pass to Leonard. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by McLemore.
His bad night from the field is only going to get worse if he keeps throwing up shots like that.
Wasted no time on that one. 22 points for James Harden.
It's not an easy job to guard Harden. It's made even harder when his mid-range game is working.
And here's Beverley. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. To the right side. Now here's Zubac. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Over McLemore. Leonard, no luck.
Well, even though he's gone ice cold, he keeps shooting. I mean, it's late enough in the game for him to recognize there's some better options.
Covington with the bucket.
It's easy to admire Covington. Even when the defense gets rough with him, he stays with it.
So it's the Clippers now. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Leonard to end the run. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Harden right side to the middle. 11 feet away, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Clippers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Here's Tucker. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Looking to end his cold spell. It's rebounded by McLemore. McLemore's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by Beverley. Lets it go with a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And the Clippers will come the other way.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime. And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Houston.
For 3, Westbrook. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Here's Beverley. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Kevin, when Beverley gets these shots inside, he's just remarkably efficient. He just has tremendous touch on these shots.
Double team on Westbrook. Pass to McLemore. From deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Oh, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Harden against George. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Outside Leonard. One negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. The pass to George. The tray. That one, no good. And Houston the other way now. Beverly against Westbrook. Passes it to Tucker. Shoots. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Tucker's got 6 here in this quarter. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Zubac finds Beverly. Outside, George. Good on the triple. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And that gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. I mean, he may add to that total pretty soon.
Pass to Harden. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Houston with a big group substitution here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Caboclo comes in for Robert Covington. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for McLemore. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Los Angeles has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here's Shamet. Not a lot of room. Here's Kabengele. That one goes. Count it. Here's Rivers. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think it's adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. And so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. Harden the pass to Hartenstein. From outside, off the mark. The Clippers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Here's Magruder, and it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. For the Rockets, Daniel House comes in for Sefolosha, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. Here's Shamet. Outside, Green. Pass to Magruder. Clock at 6. From deep. That shot no good. Houston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The pass to House. Lets it go. Westbrook, no good. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
The dish now to Rivers. Passes to House. Launches a 3. And it's Cabangeli with the rebound.
Their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Here's Patterson. Green in the post. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Well, the undrafted Rodney Magruder, Greg, has earned his way into the NBA.
It was 25 by the time of Magruder's rookie season. Has spent some time overseas and in the G League, but he's improved his game and has kind of carved out a spot here in the league.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move? I
love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, 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 get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Web, excellent. The Rockets with another miss. And the first one at the line is good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They've lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Russell Westbrook.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Rivers dishes to Westbrook. Pass to House. Houston needs to get a shot off. The feed to Rivers. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What's your team's mindset right now in terms of approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. You know, our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Great effort tonight, James. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.